What's going on, my PT peeps, my Walking Dead family, my fighters? I'm One Eye Bry, also known as PT. Don't know if I'm winking or blinking, but I'm definitely thinking about some interesting news about Dead City, and there could be a possible collision between the spinoffs. Spoiler warning for all things Walking Dead. Now we have an article from E! So Entertainment Online, and it's pretty interesting because they talk about Dead City and what Negan and Maggie, Lauren Cohan and Jeffrey Dean Morgan said about their spinoff. But like I said, credit to E! This person right here, Daniel Trainer, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, and Lauren Cohan tease a collision between Walking Dead spinoffs. So in an exclusive interview with E! News, Jeffrey Dean Morgan and Lauren Cohan teased that their upcoming Walking Dead spinoff might cross over with the other spinoffs currently in development. So that's cool. I would love to see Dead City, Daryl's show, and Rick and Michonne's show all come together, or at least two of the three come together. But we want all of them to come together, right? We all want the loose ends to be tied up. We want the plot holes filled, and we want all the stuff to come together in one way, shape, or form. CRM is, that connection. But I also think that Fear the Walking Dead and or The Walking Dead World Beyond could and should connect with the other shows, the spinoffs, especially with Morgan and or any people that make sense to connect. It just should happen. Now, the Walking Dead franchise is more alive than ever. That's debatable. But though the zombie horror series aired its series finale in November after 11 seasons on AMC, there are currently 3 different spinoffs in development. Daryl Dixon's show, starring Norman Reedus, an untitled series starring Andrew Lincoln and Denai Guerrera as their characters Rick and Michonne, respectively, and The Walking Dead Dead City, starring Jeffrey Dean Morgan and Lauren Cohan. While the spinoffs all stand alone, Jeffrey and Lauren teased that it might not be long before the characters Negan and Maggie stumble across some familiar faces again. I think the door is open because we are all on the same timeline, Jeffrey revealed to E! News. They are existing at the same time, so I think there's the opportunity to bring a character from this show, a character from that show, and do something else that can continue. Lauren agreed, saying there's hope of a collision between all the different shows. So that's what I want to see. We don't just need like a spin-off, a bottle series. A bottle episode is when it's self-contained, where it doesn't really connect with the episode before or the episode after. It just kind of encompasses the story for that episode. I don't want to have bottle series. I don't want to have just a Maggie and Negan show where they're going to get Herschel and we have those characters and we don't see any familiar faces. I want to see familiar faces. There's enough characters left in the Walking Dead universe left alive at the end of season 11 of The Walking Dead that they should show up. Now, we've lost a lot of the characters in this photo right here, but tons of these characters do remain. And even if it's for an episode or a cameo or talking on the radio or something, it would mean a lot to the audience. Am I right? Let me know in the comments, post your comments below. Also, while Jeffrey now says everyone is very excited about the respective spinoffs and what can come next, he wasn't always so sure how Dead City, which will follow Maggie and Negan as they travel into a post-apocalyptic Manhattan long ago cut off from the mainland, according to the network, would even work in the first place. When the idea was first pitched, I thought it was as crazy as you probably did. He said, how do you put these two characters together? There are a lot of talk about spinoffs and how they would do it. They were talking to Lauren and I about doing our own. Jeffrey continued. One day, the Walking Dead Universe Chief Content Officer Scott Gimple said, hey, we got this idea and it's the two of you. I remember I talked to Lauren the next day on set and we were both eyebrows raised going, how the boop does that work? How the boop that works, Lauren argued, is by not running away from the existential nature of Negan and Maggie's relationship. It's a good territory for us to get into as actors, but our audience is going to want to see it. Debatable. Do people want to see it? It is so much left on the table. If you tethered to somebody you have every reason to never want to deal with and want to hate, and you have to, for me, it just brings up the biggest questions you can have in life. I don't know about all that. We're forced to watch Maggie and Negan because that's the show. At first, we were like, Daleface, that's for sure. And I'm glad Jeffrey Dean Morgan brought it up. But from the promo photos and the photos going around, I'm really glad it's not Negan and Maggie being best friends or in a relationship or together. They're having to work together for some reason, most likely to find Herschel, but I would love for Annie to be involved. I do like the idea that Annie is involved one way or another. Did she take Herschel? Did she kidnap as well? I hope it's definitely explained. As for when those questions will be addressed, Jeffrey insisted fans won't have to wait long. I think those are all going to be answered in the first year. It should be the first episode, not first year. He said, I think they're going to be answered really in the first couple episodes. It's really interesting. It's really interesting storytelling. Great. Jeffrey credited Lauren with making the transition to a spinoff a seamless one, but warned that not everything can stay rosy for long. A lot of it felt the same. We had an intimacy from just being around each other for the last 7 years, he said, but at the same time, we got to do all this new stuff and dive into dark places that you really need to trust your partner. Make no mistake, we really are partners in this, on screen and off, and yet she might kill me at any moment, or maybe her, who knows. We can't wait to find out. The Walking Dead Dead City will premiere on AMC and AMC Plus in June. So this whole thing that he talks about intimacy, but at the same time, we got to do all this new stuff. Places where you trust your partner. Make no mistake, we really are partners in this. Partners, on screen and off, yet she might kill me at any moment, or maybe her. No one's killing anyone. Negan's not going to kill Maggie, and Maggie's not going to kill Negan. Nobody wants to see that. You want to see them work together because they're forced to work together. Well, my questions are, where are the other characters, right? So per TW Universe spoilers and a couple other sources, Herschel will be kidnapped and Maggie and Negan are forced to band together to rescue him. Okay, great. But also, per Collider, it's 2 years after The Walking Dead. Where's your son or daughter, Negan? Where's Annie? Where's Elijah? Where are the rest of the people that could help you, right? We could have old school Negan coming back. Great. But I think it would mean that he's going to take out people and not mess around, which is good. But I brought up the question, does it already not make sense? Because why are Negan and Maggie left to go after Herschel? Where's everybody else? Mainly Elijah. Now, it was supposed to be April. Now it's June, which kind of sucks because it's pushed back so many months. And I'm eager to see how they're going to pull it off. Will they pull it off? Will it work? Now, Tales of the Walking Dead has some information here per the TW Universe spoilers. Scott Gimple says he's open to new episodes of Tales of the Walking Dead, only at one next phase. We're focusing on these classic characters this year. The thing with Tales, it's not over in the suspense thriller where you have to come back to it. It's an anthology show, so I hope we can get back to this, but it will probably catch all you can as much as every other show. This year, though, it's about focusing on those classic character shows, but also we're still getting it done on Fear the Walking Dead, and there are other projects going on as well. We're preparing the next phase. So I'm fine if I don't pick up Tales of the Walking Dead. I don't need all these new characters. I don't need extra stories. I don't need extra BS. Just wrap it up. Fill in the plot holes, tie up the loose ends, and if Tales of the Walking Dead can do that in some way, shape, or form, then I'm for it, but I don't want new stuff. That's just me personally. But a collision between the Walking Dead spinoffs, Lauren Cohan teased. But that doesn't mean it's happening, right? The word is that we're getting a second season of Dead City. That's cool. But again, familiar faces need to show up. It doesn't have to be Rick or Michonne or Daryl. It needs to be Elijah. It needs to be characters like that to make sense. We don't need more plot holes. We need the plot holes filled in and the loose ends tied up. I can't say it enough. But let me know your thoughts. Post your comments below. Definitely make sure you're a subscriber if you're not already. It helps the PT channel. In any way, shape, or form you can support us. We truly appreciate it. Thank you very much to all the supporters, the patrons, the subscribers, the members. We can't do it without you. Either way, stay safe. And as always, tell them Daryl.
Yo, we love you guys.